guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing student planner layouts, and I'm doing two, and I just wanted to do this because one, somebody asked me to on the comments, which thank you so much for commenting below on my videos. I really appreciate that. And second, because I know that January, is the beginning of semesters, so I did want to include these for next month as well, which is why I probably didn't use a lot of colors or a specific theme, just more of a layout. As you can see, I have already started on my first one, which is pretty simple. On the left-hand side of my page, I did my whole week, and on the right-hand side is where I would probably put more of my assignments and things that I really need to do for school. Now, I put assignments on this side right here because I feel like when you have a list, you are more capable of doing them, or at least you'll look at them more and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I still need to do that. And I decided to do just a mini list. Sadly, this journal doesn't have any bullets. It's just an actual journal. But I went ahead and I did my little sketches of little dots so I would know where to put all my little squares. But again, if you have like an actual bullet journal, you don't have to do this. One of the things that I like to do, especially when I'm in school, is learning and seeing if my attitude is good based on how much I sleep and the water I intake. And in general, I would recommend anybody that's going to school to just make sure that you're getting at least 6 or more hours of sleep. So tracking them right here is probably the easiest thing. I went ahead and I did all of them, and I was going to just put the initial, like S for sleep and W for water, but then I didn't like it. So I ended up changing it in a little bit, but it's just an easy way to make sure that, you're healthy in your mindset, and also, you're hydrated, because you use a lot of your energy when you're going to school, even if it's high school, middle school, college, university, you do use a lot of it. So I went back in with my favorite pastel pen right there, and now I changed it. But this is just a fun little way of not having to go back to your tracker and tracking if you're doing anything. So I thought this was kind of neat. And I only did it Monday through Friday because I never track on Saturday and Sunday. I just never do. So I decided not to put it on there. And then this is just unnecessary. I just put it in here so you guys would see what I did. I went in and I did a drop shadow, and then I added a couple of accents with the pink. Nothing too big. I forgot right here before when I was doing this page that I needed to put due date, because that's one of the things that keeps me going with my due dates, just to be able to see them and list them, and then I can just check them off or color them in with a color. Very simple, very easy. And then again, I went in and I used a Crayola Super Tip marker, and I just added a little accent. By the way, the pens that I'm using here are actually new to me. They are the Prisma fine liners, and they're pretty good. I used the 005 and the 05 Prismacolor pens, which are those, and then I used a B Faber-Castell pen and the Uniball, just to make sure that I took any errors off, like you're seeing me do right now. And then most of the time when I wanted to do a really thick line, I used the 05 Prismacolor fine liner, and then when I wanted to do a really thin one, which was more normally my borders, I would go in with the 005, just so that they wouldn't be so heavy. On the bottom ones, I did actually accent them with the 05, which is the thicker version of it. And it just turned out okay. I love it. I think it's really simple. I don't like clutter, and I feel like this is just very neat. So on this planner, I actually went with the top row where my dates would be, as in like the day from Monday to Sunday. And then on the bottom, I put assignments on the right-hand side, as you saw in a minute, and I divided it with the little dots. And then on this one, I put book chapters, because I know that sometimes you have to read a lot. So I'm one of those people that always made sure that I would try to write down all my pages, but sometimes I'd lose the little notes or something. So this is just a fun way to just make sure that you're reading the correct books, or you're on the right chapters for the week. And then these two are optional again. The test section, because we all have tests, sadly. And then, of course, a project section, and this can be any project, research project, or project in general, just so that you'll know, and then you can put a due date and be like, oh my god, I'm getting closer to it. So you can always make this a list, other than like how many projects you have to do for a class, but it's optional. Again, you can change these up as however you want. I just think that it's a good way to see them. Again, I did drop shadows just to add it a little color, because I felt like they were too bland and too black and white. But again, I hope you guys like it, and I hope you change it up like you want. So yeah, these are my 2 student planners. Here's my final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't. Remember, I post every Saturday, so I will see you guys then. Bye.